Hi everyone, I'm Elaine from OpenArt and I'm currently leading the branding initiative at OpenArt and Ruben is our creative director at OpenArt Studio. Yeah, hi, and we are really excited to be here and meet everyone. And actually this is our second time to support the event and yeah, really excited to be here. And maybe without further ado, we can quickly introduce about what we're building today and also to take a quick look about what we can create on OpenArt. And later on, Ruben maybe can introduce in detail about how we can create, how we can play around the tools. So let me quickly share my screen here. Yeah, so can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. So yeah, so OpenArt is a top three AI video aggregator, and we integrate more than 100 models. So it would be a great opportunity if you want to try different model on the one platform. And we would maybe we are the only aggregator who participate in this year's award. And also, our goal is to build a tool for everyone, not just for the professionals, the filmmakers like you, but also for some creators who are new to AI. We want to make the process very easier and streamlined for the creator to create stuff. And we are also the pioneer to define what's next. For example, we are the first one to solve the character consistency. And also this year, we launched the word building feature to solve the word consistency. And also speaking of the copyright, we will also introduce our copyright testing feature next week. Um, yeah, so this is some initiative what we're doing now, and we're also partnered with some top universities like MIT, Amazon, Berkeley. Yeah, we are really honored to sponsor and support the creators and for the next generation creator to create content. Yeah, so maybe we can take a quick look about what you can create on OpenArt. So actually, previously, Jiajian mentioned a lot of genres. We can make it, absolutely make it on OpenArt. So first is the AI music video, which is done by Ruben. Yeah, we can take a quick look. You can hear the voice, right?
I can't hear anything.
You
No.
you you couldn't hear the voice?
Yeah,
It's
I think Elaine, maybe you need to reshare your screen and click on the share the sound.
I can share that video when it comes
It's okay.
my turn.
I can let me check. Okay, share the sound. So Jiajian, could you see my screen? Do you know which?
I think you need to reshare. So you stop sharing first,
Okay.
and yeah, and then you share again. And in the sharing, there's a button called like share sound and
Ah, yeah, I saw it. Okay.
yeah.
We don't need to think about it, just come my way. Girl, you know I need your body every way. We don't need to think about it, just come my way. You know.
Yeah, so Ruben, how many days do you spend on this project?
You guys give me like 3 days.
Ruben?
Can you hear me? Like 3 days. You guys can hear me?
Uh,
Elaine, your
yeah.
connection
So
is
how
good.
many days did you spend on the project?
You guys gave me like 3 days. Maybe I
Oh,
did an extra half a day on it.
wow. Yeah, amazing. So actually, our client is one of the largest record label, and they really love this work. And the next one is okay. So this one is the
Welcome
world's
to the
first
bot.
AI reality TV show that we launched this year. We have already generated millions of views across the social media, and maybe we can also take a quick look because I think one of the genre one this year is also the macro drama. So maybe we can quickly take it as a reference.
These AI influencers will compete to go viral. Drake, the dating coach.
What the fuck? Who should pay on the first date, boy or girl?
London, the privileged princess.
Bonjour. French.
And Rick, Luna, and Dax. All of them make up the Bot House, a brand new AI
Sorry,
show.
I have no memory of Bot House in our conversation.
Not now.
Let me. All right, I'll keep it quiet.
A brand new.
Just let me know whenever you need anything
Shut
at
up.
all.
Real human performance.
Why did you do that?
Many challenges await. Press the button in front of you to initiate.
How do you afford all of this?
I do only pharaohs. Moot. Are you looking at only pharaohs again?
No, Mom. It's not what it looks like.
You're grounded until the Nile floods.
Really funny. And the next one is an AI film. So we also work closely with a lot of filmmakers, and we are really proud that we support their production and also provide the platform where their work can be seen. And we can take a quick look at this one. And also this one actually is AI commercial. We don't have this content, this genre this year, but what we've seen is that AI commercial or AI ads is also one of the direction that storytelling can empower. So we can take a quick look about how the commercial can also be very story driven.
I have an invitation.
Welcome to the OpenArt Hotel! How may I serve you today, madam?
I really need your help. I'm stuck on a client project and the deadline is today.
Show me your client brief.
It's fun!
It's a flying squirrel! Now quickly to the movie theater. I can feel another time card coming.
So all this work are created on OpenArt. So actually the technology is already there, but what makes the difference is how you tell your story and how you build your prompt. And as what we share, we are the first one to launch to solve the character consistency problem. And this week we just launched a new feature which is called character building. So feel free to try it out. So early this year we host the world's first AI influencer summit, and this month we are also hosting the AI personality of the year. And next week we will launch the copyright checking. So this would be really helpful for the AI IP. And we are also the first
What in the Black Mirror is this?
To solve the word consistency problem. So actually we talked with a lot of filmmakers. They mentioned that the word consistency is one of pinpoint that they faced. So we are very proud to work with Professor Li Feifei's Word Lab to launch this feature. Yeah, we can take a quick look.
You can now create a 3D world and then prompt yourself to show up inside those worlds. And I'm predicting that movies are going to start using this tech to create digital set design. And you can access it right now on OpenArt. All you have to do is upload an image you've taken or created here and describe the scene. Then you can click Create World and it will create a full panoramic 360 view that you can move and explore in. Then you can choose the focal length tuner, where you can adjust the focal length of your shot. You can choose the character that you want to integrate into it, and then write in a prompt. And if you want to try it out for yourself.
Yeah, so this is what you can build on OpenArt, and I will leave more time for Ruben to share how we can play around the tool.
Okay, thank you, Elaine. Hi, everybody. For this section, hi, yeah. If you want to turn on your camera, that would be great. If you don't want to, or you're in like a compromising position on the toilet or something, then you don't have to do that. But if you could, that'd be really cool. Because I just want to make this section as useful to you guys as it can be. Oh yeah, somebody said, what about credits for OpenArt? We'll give you guys some free credits right now. Thank you.
Yeah, I will send the link in the chat.
Yeah, so Elaine's gonna send a link in the chat to get some free 5,000 credits right now. For me, I just want to hear kind of where you guys are at and what you guys are looking for, because I don't want to explain the basics to you guys if you already know the basics. So, what's your guys' like AI experience in general? Elio, for example. Do you mind? Expert. Expert. Okay. So, and then is that kind of uniform for everybody in this competition, or are there some beginners in here that would like me to go over more of the basic stuff?
Yeah, I think maybe we can put 1, 2, 3 in the chat. Or oh yeah, I think people already put in the chat.
Basic, intermediate experience as well. Okay. SJ. Okay. Experience. Nice. I'll just give it a moment as people type in their stuff. And while people type in the stuff, I'm just going to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Ruben. I was an hi Tom. Thank you for waving. I was an MIT undergrad, and now I work full time with OpenArt. Next year, I might go to USC Film School for grad school because I got in. So I'm debating between that and OpenArt. But yeah, I really like film, and I did go to MIT, so I guess this is a good relation that we've got going here. Okay, intermediate, basic, expert. Okay, so there's a few things I can cover. Are you guys already deep into your project? Is that true? That you guys have already like kind of gone all the way there? Okay, then how many of you guys, you can just use the thumbs up feature. How many of you guys use OpenArt for your project? Oh, really? Nice. Okay, there's a few of you guys. Not yet. Okay, I'm just going to give first and foremost, so that my company is really happy with me, I'm just going to give a quick rundown of what the platform is and everything you need to know. Elaine just dropped a 5,000 credits link in the chat. So if you're looking to get some free 5,000 credits on OpenArt, you just create an account and press that link she sent. I like the consistent character and the setting construction. Yes, we'll go over that today. Okay, I'm going to share my entire screen. Let's go. Desktop 1. And then share sound, optimize for video sharing. Okay, can you guys see my screen? I can't see you guys anymore. Oh no. Dang. I can't see you guys. Can somebody just like turn on their mic and say if you guys can see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, cool.
I think in Zoom, there's a bar you can click and
show meeting. Okay, now I can see you guys. Yep.
Yeah.
Your beautiful faces. Okay, here we go. So this is more for the people who haven't used OpenArt yet, just covering this stuff. I can cover some like more expert tips I have, but I'm sure you guys have a bunch of interesting tips to share as well. So if you've never used OpenArt before, you guys just got 5,000 credits. This is what the landing page looks like. It's really colorful and it can be kind of overwhelming, but as all the experts or the people who've used AI know, all you really need is the create image tab and the, let me move this out of the way. And the create video tab. My go-to models are Nano Banana Pro, and recently for videos, and on OpenArt here, if you can see my mouse, you navigate through the image tab down here and the video tab right here. You can do frame to video or text to video. My go-to model right now is Kling 3.0 Omni. It is one of the best models. For all the experts out there who have used AI a lot, if you're not using Kling 3.0, you're missing some untapped potential. But for all you basics, let's just cover like the basics of making an AI video. If you're creating a story, the first thing you're going to want to do is after you come up with your story and your idea, the first thing you're going to want to do so you can get consistency is create consistent characters. Elaine showed that Need Your Body video I created. The first thing I did for this video was I created this ginger-haired boy, and then I created this black girl over here, and I created facial references for them at every angle and a full body shot. That's what you need for consistency, because every time you make a new image with them, you're going to reference those things in Nano Banana Pro. I know for the experts, you guys are like, we already know this, but let me just cover this for the basic people. So for an example, I kind of wanted, at one point in my video, I wanted this guy falling. So I have my reference full body shot of him, and I have my reference facial shot of him. And then now when I generate my images, he's always consistent. Is that good? All right, cool. Now, still for the basic people. Now, once you get your image that you're really happy with, you move to video creation. This is really basic. You just go over to your video creation panel in here. We can do frame to video, for example, if you want it to be the first frame of the shot. And then in OpenArt, you just go right here. It says add a start frame right here. You go into your history, and then you can upload. Oh, this is the wrong workspace. Sorry. You just upload the frame that you just created. So that project was a while ago, so it's not in my recents here. But let's say I wanted this to be my start frame. You just drag it in right here, and then you type in a prompt like that says the camera pushes in, and the people on the boat turn and kiss. Cinematic. Something like that. You can play around with that. That is like all you really need to know for AI creation if you're new to this. All you really need is your image creation, down here, create image, and then your create video. Now, that was pretty basic for a lot of you, right? Yeah, thumbs ups. What are the credit costs? No? Was that not basic? I'm not getting any thumbs up or responses from you guys. How can select camera aperture and camera movement? Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, so what are some problems you guys run into when you guys are creating your videos that I can also answer some questions in the chat if you'd like problems you like constantly run into when you're working your videos, like replacing faces, getting consistent worlds, anything like that. I'm happy to dive into that. So just put those in the chat and I'll come back to those later if any of those come up. Okay, now my two things I really wanted to talk about was Kling 3.0. If you haven't used that yet, this is more for like the people who are making videos right now. If you haven't used Kling 3.0, there's two features you need to check out, which is here, let's go to video right here, text to video. It's their multi-shot feature, and then also just their elements to feature. A lot of people are scared to try their visual not using start to end frame, but basically by taking away the start to end frame, it allows you to add in so many more elements and play with it so much more. So for example, you know how like with VO, you can only do, okay, here's my first frame and here's my last frame. With Kling 3.0, you can do, here's my first frame, here's my middle frame, here's another frame I hit, and then here's my last frame. So let me show you an example of that. I have this shot right here where I wanted to do like a panning shot across a train with people looking across at this guy in the center. And this is what the shot looks like. Right? With VO, you could never do this because they only do first frame, last frame. They have no idea what's going on in the middle frames. Now with Kling 3.0 Omni, you can add in all three of your frames. So I added in my first frame, my middle frame, and my last frame. And then I can say use at image 1 as the starting frame, then pan the camera to show the exact shot in at image 2. And then finally continue panning the camera to show the exact shot in at image 3. So if you didn't know that before, you guys, that is a really great tip because first frame to last frame is so limiting and that's not really how filmmaking works. There's so much that goes on within a shot and so many dynamic shots that happen. So Kling 3.0 Omni is like going to be like one of your best friends. Who here already uses Kling 3.0 Omni? Anybody?
Yeah. Ruben, I got a question. Why did you use like Blink 3.0 instead of like 3.0 Omni? And when you gonna use like choose to use 3.0, when you gonna choose to use like 3.0 Omni?
So okay, so 3.0 Omni is the only one that can do, unless you go down to Kling 01. Like if you look at the models here, it's it's the only one that can do these multimodal references. So basically I can, if I go to start end frame, then now I have Kling 3.0 and Kling 3.0 Omni. Now I have access to those. Kling 3.0 Omni, if I don't do start end frame, it's the only one that can do like these multiple frame references where I can like put in more than a beginning and end frame. I can even put in like, let me add in a character in here. Like I can add a random character like this. It doesn't have to actually be a frame in the video. I can add this character and I'll say halfway through, I can say add at image 4 sitting on the train, on the middle train bench. Add the man in at image 4 sitting on the train bench. I don't know how this is going to turn out because you guys know how AI works sometimes. Like you got to play around with it. We can try it and see what happens. But basically, just pretend that this is going to work for now. Basically, Kling is allowing you not just to put in frames, but it's allowing you to reference characters that you put in as well. 3.0 Omni, the 3.0 here, it doesn't do that. It just does first frame, last frame. And it doesn't allow you to reference like multiple elements in the way that I'm doing here. Does that make sense, Ash?
Yeah, sure. I also watched your like MV before, Ruben. It's quite awesome. So I wonder how did you like completely like create the natural and realistic shaking of the lens? Is that totally based on text or how'd you create that?
In the video I just showed or in the music video that Elaine showed?
Yeah.
Which one? The music video or the video I showed?
The music video, I think. Yeah.
That Elaine showed? Like this, was it this one?
Yeah.
So this one here, I can walk through exactly how I made this video if that interests you guys. I'm just gonna refresh it in case Elaine's thing wasn't working.
About it, just come my way. Girl, you know I need your body everywhere. We don't need to think about it, just come my way.
Okay, it gets kind of sexual. But if the shaking camera you're talking about is during this bank sequence, this is the other part of Kling 3.0 I wanted to talk about because I use Kling 3.0 Omni to do this entire sequence as well. What I used to do it on such a short timeline because the company gave me like 3 days to do it. What I used to do it was their multi-shot feature. So this is the other Kling 3.0 has really changed the game. Basically, you don't need to have all your first frames to create a sequence of shots. If I just press this multi-shot feature, I can describe up to 6 shots, I think. I can just keep adding shots. The maximum is like 15 seconds, but I can adjust how many seconds each one is. And then I can create a whole sequence just based off of like one photo and my characters. So an example of that is this video right here. So this was from the music video. I just needed some coverage of these two kissing. So all I had was the character reference images. I have the girl, I have her close-up, I have the guy, and I have his close-up. And then I just have this starting frame, right? Now, if you watch this, I don't want to make... Oh. Sorry, but like we're entering all these different shots we didn't have before. Does that make sense? Like we're getting an entire sequence. Like this angle, we didn't have I didn't give an image of this angle. We don't have to have a first frame for it because Kling 3.0 Omni kind of understands the scene you build. All I had was Dutch angle shot of man and woman kissing passionately against alley wall. Shot 2, extreme close-up shot of the man kissing the woman's neck. And I kind of just did a bunch of generations of this, and then I get my coverage. It's beautiful. So for the bank sequence, I did the exact same thing. If we can find the footage here. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so I wanted to really get this I wanted to get this fisheye lens shot of her putting money in the bag, if you guys saw in the video, and I could not get Nano Banana Pro to like get the image I wanted and generate it right. But the video models, they understand that how things are flowing story-wise. Like the image generation models, they don't understand it's going to be a part of a larger video, but the video models do. So without giving them that shot, all I gave them were these bank reference shots. That's it. I gave them these worlds and my characters. And my third shot was fisheye shot, an extreme close-up of hands of the woman at image here, grabbing stacks of money from the metal tray and shoving it in the black duffel bag. The shot is uncomfortably close. The fluorescent lights in the bank strobe off and on repeatedly like a nightclub, causing the room to flicker and go dark repeatedly.
Get the money.
So that's incredibly powerful. If you're not using Kling 3, it is kind of a pricey generation. Credits will always be kind of a little bit of a limiting factor, but that's incredible. I was trying to spend hours trying to get the shot of the camera on the counter top.
Yeah, do some reading. Don't.
Sorry, do you have a question?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Especially the bank robbery part.
Ash, you go first. No question, you're just complimenting me.
Yeah, I got another question. So have you changed the tone or post-processing effects of your like film in any other professional software like DaVinci or After Effects? Like how do you, because that's awesome. Like how do you control the consistency of the tone style? Like did you have any tips?
Oh yeah, I mean, I do pass everything through like sometimes I use After Effects for some of my projects. For this one, I was just passing it through Final Cut Pro and like doing some like lighting editing on there and just making sure certain sections had certain filters on it. I mean, I can open up my project for it. I definitely added a lot of grain to it for the bank. I added kind of like a sickly green and I like brought the exposure on the lights up. And then when they were making out, I kind of added like graphic overlay. Xianhua, I think, I don't think you're asking a question.
Yes, can I ask?
Oh, Elio?
Yes.
Wait, let me
so the clip that you just show us on OpenArt that you produce is how long is the maximum clip that you can do it?
For Kling?
For the multi-shot.
Kling 3.0 Omni. So each one, like total, it adds up to 15 seconds, as you can see. Once it's at 15 seconds, you can't add any more. But I could do, let's see, I have 2 shots. If I have 2 shots, I can make one be like 1 second and I can make the other one 14 seconds. And then if I'm not doing multi-shot, I'm just doing a single shot, I can go up to 15 seconds, which is a pretty long time in film. The average,
yes, it is.
The average shot is 1 second in film nowadays because people change shots so much.
Can you prompt it to be each before the clip? Can you prompt it to make it like 2 seconds each one? You decide, right? You just show me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can do like a 2. Here we go. I can do 2 seconds here. I can do 5 seconds there. I can do another 2 second one right here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and then I can throw in a 1 second one. Any other questions while we're here? Don't be shy. I have information if you want it.
Probably about the lenses. How can you choose an anamorphic lenses, for example?
Anamorphic lens?
Yes.
So with AI, it can be a little tricky. Higgs field, if you go to Higgs field, they say they have the cinema studio, but really what they're doing is they're just putting in nano banana prompts. You can do the same thing on your own time, So, okay, let me go to image. So I'm at image generation right here. You can literally just prompt for an anamorphic lens. You can put in the focal length you want in there, and you can kind of prompt it into your image. And when you get an image you're satisfied with, that you're like, this looks anamorphic, this is what I want, you can iterate off that one. Conversely, what you could try is you can get a regular looking image, and then in Kling, in the elements to video, not frame to video, if you go elements to video, just like we were talking about, and you put it in here and you say, shoot this room in an anamorphic style lens with anamorphic lens, and you have the image and you reference it. Honestly, Kling would be able to do it as well. Like I said, I've asked it to do fisheye shots on non-fisheye images, and they understand. So, does that answer your question? It's in the prompting. There's nothing like set in stone AI right now, but
Thank
they're
you.
working on it. Okay, here's some more questions. Some famous paintings cannot be uploaded due to size. Is that a question for me? If you are having upload problems for OpenArt, you can always compress images online. You can compress images to make sure if it's a size, and you probably won't notice that much of a difference. Caroline said, do you find Kling Omni with elements only to be more successful with Nano Pro? Nano Pro with getting.
Sorry, I can elaborate on that question. Sorry, yeah, I just I like to work with start frames just to get like the exact angle I want, but I find it very complicated with Nano Banana Pro to get images that are not like always like central perspective and like very like I want to say like boring angles. And I wonder, I haven't played around with Kling Omni too much because it's also very expensive in terms of credits. So I was just wondering in terms of working with elements in Kling Omni, like is your experience that you get more interesting angles or can even do like off-center framing, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I really do think so because with Kling Omni, you're basically just giving it the ingredients and then you're telling it how you want it to be shot. Whereas Nano Banana, you're just asking for one image and they're like, they don't understand that a subject would be like way offside in the corner of it. But you can do it with Nano Banana with some prompting. Like if there's always like a way to get it to happen. But yeah, I would say Kling Omni actually gives you a little bit of like leeway with that. I can show an example of I wanted this like train shot of this guy where his face is kind of like cut off in the camera. Here, let's see. And Nano Banana would not give it to me, but Kling Omni did do it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see. Okay, so this shot of this train this guy on the train, and then there's this guy staring at him. And I kind of really wanted him to be on the edge like this. So I couldn't get it in Nano Banana Pro. They kept centering him, but with Omni, they actually gave me what I wanted when I was doing the multi-shot feature. Another, I think OpenArt would be really happy if I talked about this, so I will. Our newest feature called the World feature basically can kind of solve your problem as well, where you can enter like, here's like the bedroom from that music video. You can enter it and I can actually, like a video game, I can maneuver around it. Let's say I want like a low angle shot, which would be really weird to prompt for, and like Nano Banana would not like let me do that. Like let's say I want like one like looking up right here like that, like from the edge of the bed. Like this would be very difficult to prompt for in Nano Banana. I can take the photo right here, take the shot, and I can change the focal length. So I can zoom out like that, or I can like zoom in, and I can take shots from this world. And then I can prompt my characters to be in there later. So like that, the hardest part is like just getting the shots. Putting characters in is not that difficult. The only issue with this, and this is why I don't have it too much in my workflow yet, is just because it's a little new, but I have gotten some good shots from it when I really needed to get an angle. The only issue is like, as you get further away, the fidelity gets a little lower, but you can prompt that away with Nano Banana Pro. And the model naturally, when you take a photo, it freshens up the photo a little bit. It passes it through a few.
Hey, Ruben, do you mind sharing how to add a character on your screenshot?
Yeah, so there's a few ways to do it. So here's the photos I just got, right? Really great. Like the quality on this is really great. And I got that low angle shot. Now let's try and put a character onto here. And I want to give you guys like one of my favorite secret AI tricks. Have any of you guys ever tried to like do a face swap and it just turns out looking really, really bad with AI? Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And it just looks really bad. That's because you're prompting badly. No, everybody prompts it. Basically, they're like, put this face on this face, or like they'll be like, put person B's face on this other person's face. The real way to do it is to here, wait, let me see if I can find an example in me, because I do this all the time. And once you guys know this technique, it's very useful. It might be too far down. Okay. I'll show it with this image first, but then we'll do something else. Okay, so let's try this girl, which is my friend Chloe. We're gonna put her peeking over the bed. So now I have this image of the bed, right? All I have to say is show me the woman in at image 2 peeking over the bed in at image 1, looking at the camera. Show me the exact same composition and shot from at image 1. This is how I would go about it, and we can see if this works. Show me low angle shot in at image 1. Peeking over the bed in image 1, like a camera. Okay, let's give this a shot. Let's see how this goes. 16 by 9. This is how I would go about putting the woman in this space. Now, let me tell you about that technique that I would totally do. Okay, so let's say I wanted to put this woman in this shot. Everybody would be like, oh, replace the person, replace the face in at image 3 with the woman in at image 2. That's going to get you really, really bad results, because what you're telling the AI is start with this image and then put this person on that image. And it's going to give you a really bad Photoshop, because that's what it thinks you want. Now, the way to get a good replace face is you start with this woman first. So you say, show me the woman in at image 2 in the exact same position as the girl, as the woman in the center of at image 3. And that's how you get a good replace. Here, let's try it. And then sometimes if you want the clothes to be what this clothes is, you can say keep the clothes like show me in her clothes, or you can switch the reference image to make sure it matches that clothes first before you switch. Okay, so we tried putting her in the space. This one gave us a slightly different angle, but at least it looks realistic to her being in there. This one, to me, I wouldn't use a shot, because this doesn't look real to me. I always do like 4 generations, because like some of them are like weird lighting. This one also not my favorite, but it did put her in there. Let's try prompting it again with some tweaks. So I made the exact mistake I told you guys not to. I started with this shot before I started with this. So now let's try reversing that. Show me the woman in at image 3 in the exact same location as the shot in at image 1. The woman is peeking over the bed, looking at the camera. Okay. So this will hopefully give us the nice result instead of the photoshopped result. Okay, so let's see these. Show me the woman in that position. Look at that. Like, she is in there. She is in that image now. It's not some weird Photoshop look. Like, they changed the lighting. They worked from this woman first, and they put her in that spot. So that's how you do a good replace. See, like, these are good. Like, she is in that.
Yeah, it's like an awesome tips. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you did it the reverse, and it's a simple matter of just starting with the character and putting them in that environment rather than if you start with this, then the AI is thinking, oh, I got to do some Photoshop. We can wait for these. I think I might be running over time. I'm not sure, but let me see. Oh yeah, even got the shadow correct. Thank you, Tom. Let me hit any other questions you guys have before we run out of time, just because I know there's a lot of you in here. Feel free to drop it in the chat or say it out loud. Don't be shy.
Hey, Ruben. I wonder, like, that word model is really cool. Did you create that in OpenArt?
So we were actually good friends with another startup called the World Labs Model, and we were like, hey, like you guys have created a cool product and we have a really good aggregator. So we have a deal and we kind of like helped them bring it over to a platform. So it is only available on OpenArt currently. We bring it to
Is
life.
that something we can do with the credits?
Yes, that is something you can do with the credits and not that expensive. Okay, see here with the, it's not photoshopped as much. Like the lighting changed on her to actually match the environment here, like where she's actually going there. The other ones were, or the other ones earlier, like this is Photoshop. This is not the lighting we had. Like here, she's actually in the space more, and they actually adjusted the lighting on her face. So now you know that the character is like switching, if that makes sense. And this was working from the woman, working from the character instead of working from the location. So that kind of answers. So I use the world model to get this shot, and then I put my woman in there. And now I finally have a shot that I can use. You're gonna run into some Photoshop results here and there, but let's see. This one's also not bad because they got the lighting from here. The way you can tell if you don't have the eye for it, the way you can tell is like, did it adjust the lighting on their face to match the environment, or is it the original lighting from the image? If it's the original lighting from the image, they're gonna look out of place and a little more photoshopped than we'd like. Like it's not this bright in here. The world model, yes, you can use your credits for it. It's not that expensive. Let's see, to get a photo. Okay, it's 500 might be a little pricey for you guys. Let's see. But you only need to create one world and then you can live in it for as long as you want. So if you guys want to see how the world model looks, let me just grab a photo. It's very simple. I wouldn't advise putting in a bunch of photos and putting in a bunch of prompts. I really would just say, let me put in one photo like this, and then I create the world. And then you give it a few seconds. I've actually created a world from that image just earlier today, so I can just show it to you guys. And then it generates this world where I can move around. And if I want to take a photo, I just take a photo here. This one's, oh, I'm zooming out. So it's wider. And then give that a second while that photo loads. But it'll be just like we saw with this bedroom. It'll like freshen it up a little bit and then you'll get your shot in that environment. Okay, cool. Does that cover all of your questions? Oh, let's see if even got good tip. Thanks, Ruben. Can we try lip sync on a video? What tool do you suggest? Lip sync's a tough one. Okay, so there's a few ways. Right now, I hear the hottest model is LTX Studio. If you're trying to do cool shots with lip sync, that might be your best way to go. Another way, if you just need like a still shot, is there's a lip sync model on OpenArt that you can try. You can also do what is it called? Motion reference. I had to do it for the bot house video where basically I just video myself doing it, going like, baby, 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 oh, like baby. And I just video myself doing that. All I do on OpenArt is like, oh wait, let me get this zoom thing out of here. So I go to video right here, and then I'm like, oh, motion sync. Here we go. Motion sync. I choose my character, an image of my character. Right now it's my friend Chloe. And then I choose the video I want to motion. The one of me doing baby, baby, like that. And then I just generate and it'll copy it. This model is insane. So we have this. If you haven't used motion sync, this is the video I was trying to motion. And this was the photo I was trying to map it to. And then let's see if I can grab it from Ruben's creations. Just give me a second. Sorry. I heard somebody speaking. Feel free to.
I say, do you mind sharing one more time what is the best model for lip syncing?
Yeah, so right now I'm going through one solution to lip syncing, which is the motion sync feature on Clean 3.0, where basically you can film yourself doing any action and then put it onto a photo. So like that's the result of that. Like me using this photo and doing that. And like I said, I could do it with like baby, baby, baby. Oh, the other one that I'll put in the chat is called LTX Studio, which people have recommended me a lot to use, which I haven't used yet. But what if we want the scene changing behind us changing? So Reem, is it? Can you explain? Can you unmute and explain?
Hey, I wonder if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi.
Yeah, so what if I want to do like, for example, lip sync, but at the same time like having something changing behind me. So if I have like a character animated to be moving somewhere and I just want to have an audio and I want to lip sync this audio to do it.
Okay, two options. One, like I said, actually three options. One, LTX Studio, you can give that a try. I heard that does do like good cinematic movement while you lip sync. I actually have not tried it out yet, but that is your option one. Option two, if the world's changing and you feel a little bit comfortable with editing, you can get your character doing whatever kind of singing to the camera and kind of on like a blank background. And then separately, you can get the world's changing. Third, actually, I'll give you four options. Third option is kind of the gamble option, which is how I've been doing my lip syncs lately. I'll show you guys an example of what I mean. But I basically use Clean 3.0 to get my cinematic shots, and then I tell them what the words are that she's singing, that the character is singing, so that I can get the cinematic motion and get the mouth moving. But sometimes it doesn't align perfectly. So that one's the roll of the dice version, because you're not going to get it every time, but you know, like you'll get some usable shots eventually. So I can show you an example of what that looks like. So I had to do this music video. This is just a draft, so not the final version, but let's see. So like I needed her singing, but I wanted cinematic shots, right?
My heart was a drum in a hollow chest.
Like, I don't want it to be still and boring. Like it wouldn't match the rest of the music video, right? So I got like this light flare and all of this stuff going, and it looks really realistic and nice. I did that with Clean 3.0, where basically I just said she sings "My heart was a drum in a hollow chest." I just put that in the prompt, and then it like the timing wasn't super weird that I couldn't figure it out, and I wasn't. I think it took me like 4 tries, and then I got one that was usable. So that's one option. You can prompt it in Clean 3.0, where you say the character moves from this living room and the background drops out to the desert. And while this happens, she sings, "Baby, baby, baby," oh, like that. And then I think it wouldn't be too difficult to time that or get a few shots. Now, the secret option 4 is if you really can't figure it out with AI, part of being a filmmaker is figuring out creative workarounds. Like, is there another way I can get that shot? Do I really need her lip syncing while this happens? Part of it is like we're working with a tool that has limitations. So there can be alternative options you didn't think about that could be even better or even more impactful. So that's your secret option for it. Just actually kind of like navigating the storyline to try and get something else. But yeah, my 3. So just to recap, number 1, LTX Studio, try that out. Number 2, maybe some like green screen kind of choice where you kind of put her in there. Number 3, you could go the Clean 3.0 route where you put in the text, of what you want her to sing and you describe the motion. And then number 4 is kind of trying to like figure out a different way to go about it or kind of make your life easier for yourself. There might be other ways out there, but that's kind of how I would approach it and go about it. Reem said, "Thank you. We'll give them a try." Okay, yeah. And feel free to like message OpenArt and see if you come up with a better solution as well, let us know. Yeah. Okay, are there any other questions? Okay, can we try?
Yeah,
And
thank you for your tips, Ruben. I just want to say I'm also an OpenArt user and creator, so I'm so excited to meet you there and have a direct conversation with you, especially those tips you shared. That's really helpful. Yeah, and so I have a question. Like, what you showed us is like all photorealistic stuff, but when I try to work in a pretty specific visual language, like not the common Pixar or Arcane style, some stylized or illustrated art or style stuff. It's really
Yeah.
hard to keep the style consistency. Like if my main character is stylized in Nana
Yeah.
Banana, so when I generate a video or image that there's a lot of other people there or environment there, they won't keep the same style as my main character. Do you have any tips for that or any experience on that?
I actually I'm entering a project where I have to be animated right now. So I'll probably get a lot of tips on how to figure that out moving forward. Some things you could try is just doing what is it called? They have like a edit video feature where you can actually put in your final video and then you can say like animate make the background characters more animated than live action. So you could pass it through that if you go on OpenArt. You go to videos here. Let's see. I'm not sure how useful this will be for you. So we go back here. You can do here, wait, like a video to video, which is edit video, with the Klingo one model, where you just add in a video and then you say, hey, I want it to be stylized more like this. Here's a visual reference of what I want it to look like. And it's pretty good. I've used it a few times and their edits are pretty good. So that's one thing you could try out. The other one is, I think it might be painstaking and difficult, but I think just adding a lot of reference images when you're creating your Nano Banana Pro images, or finding a different model. If you Nano Banana, I use it because it's really realistic. But if I was trying to do an animated thing project, the first thing I would go through is go through like the top 5 or so models and see which one's the best at actually working in animation. Because Nano Banana, its selling point is that it's realistic.
When
it
you're
can-
mentioning Nano Banana, do you mean the Nano Banana Pro?
Yeah, I mean Nano Banana Pro. Nano Banana 2 is like their quicker model that they've been advertising, but I still use Nano Banana Pro personally. But yeah, I would first figure out what model you think kind of gives you the best animated look, and then 2, make sure all your reference images moving forward, like you put in a lot of reference images that match your artistic style, and then when you get your first frames, make sure they're all good. And like they make you happy.
Thank you for your answer. I try to use like video in both clean and seedance. Yeah, but there's some new problem there, like character consistency have new problem there. So yeah.
I think
Anyways, thank you for
I
your
think you're
answer.
playing a difficult game because like Love, Death, Robots kind of style is so close to reality, and AI is always going to push to what it's trained on. And so you're going to kind of be fighting the current of AI, which is going to try and pull you to reality. So either you're going to need to figure out like some good post-production that method that will always bring it back to that animated style, or yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to find your model that helps you out. I'm probably about to run into this issue too, or make it a very familiar animated style that you can really reference. Like I don't know, some kind of like old school Japanese, like Leiji Matsumoto space anime style that like you can really reference and be like make it look like this so that the model knows not to push towards reality. But yeah, that's one that I'm not gonna lie, it's not like one clear cut solution. It depends on your issue. But
Still need to try different things. Thank you,
best of
Ruben.
luck with that. I'd love to see your final project. How
Yeah.
are we doing on time, Jen?
Yeah, we got enough time. Yeah.
We have enough time.
Well, we've all finalized all the like key shots. Yeah, we're generating the video. Yeah, but there's a lot of editing stuff to do.
Oh, okay. I was talking about this presentation, but it was good to know for you guys as
Yeah.
well.
I think it's good. It's really amazing. Yeah, thank you all the creators who interact with our workshop. I think everyone learned a lot. I'm also really amazed by how like Word Lab is integrated, because actually at MIT last year at the end of November is when Word Lab is not released to the public, but we have early access. And so Anna, she's the co-host of the the hackathon. She worked at the MIT Theater Arts, so they did a production using a panoramic like 4 projections. So in real time, in real theater like environment, they created like using Word Lab. A very amazing experience. Yeah, it's really great to see how it's integrated in the filmmaking pipeline, which will make the scene consistency really amazing. Like solve a big problem actually.
Yeah, it is. Good. If you guys do choose to use World Labs, all of you guys watching, good luck with that. Get your image first and then bring it to Nano Banana. You do want to do like a step through Nano Banana to make sure like it looks the way you want it to. But I did get some really good shots from it just today. So it is worth checking out if you're really stuck for getting a certain weird angle. But yeah. Any final questions before we cut it off?
I think Tom also have a question maybe 10 minutes ago. He said if we use first, middle, and last photos from the world model in the Clean 3, can it render correctly, taking into account of the 3D of the world model?
If we use the first one, can it render quickly, taking into account? Tom, can you elaborate on your question? Can it take into account?
If I could use a mic, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I was watching as you were taking the photos inside the world model, and I didn't know whether that was the same within the subway car or not. So I imagined myself taking 3 pictures of different angles in the room, but then they're flat photos. So you bring them out as the first, middle, and last photo. For your Clean 3.0 shoot, and you do something with it. Is that able? Are they able to deduce from those?
Yeah, it will. So the model, I mean, Clean 3.0, if you give it any 3 images and you tell them to connect it, it'll do its best to connect those. So even though they're flat photos, like the photos I start off with here, like technically I mean, it is a flat photo, but I mean, like it just connected this image to this image to this image, which were 3 completely separate angles. And the Kling model will handle piecing those together as long as you describe the camera motion and as long as the shots make sense together.
Yeah, it just made up the environment it needed to connect those 3 photos, right?
Yeah, but it's that powerful. It has its own world model connecting.
Yeah, I was going to say that's sort of like an inherent ability to make a pseudo world model or something in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, for this one, I actually, to get my shots, I just went old school. I did not use the world model. I just had my image of a train and I had my characters and I said, put them sitting here. And then I said, show me a bench, a side bench, front on shot. The man centered, his face is illuminated by a phone. So I didn't use the world model to get these angles. So the world model should really be used for like really tricky angles right now. Like I think right now, if you can get your image without the world model labs, that's great. Like you can prompt for this, like getting this angle and then getting the reverse angle. You can prompt for 2 different sides of a train, and you can prompt for simple angles like that. So
thanks, and thanks Elaine for digging back up to grab that. I appreciated that courtesy. I'd like to stick in a question for Jian here at the end, if that's okay. I didn't know whether that's been talked about or is it even possible with the privacy issues we have today. But that would be really great for us to form a community of some sort afterwards.
Let me just see this. I remember putting this in earlier. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so I think I don't know if you guys remember earlier, but I was saying how like you can put in like a character in there. I didn't get the camera motion correct here. Like this is not how a train is structured. If you look at this video, this is not how a train is structured, but they did put the first iteration. They did put the guy in there. I didn't tell them to keep him animated, so they made him a real guy. While this wasn't the correct train like pan shot I wanted, this shows you that you can add a completely new element that wasn't in your photo. That's how powerful Kling is. It's like Tom said, it's literally constructing a new world world for you. They just threw him in there. So as the animated one. I think for this prompt, I left too much to interpretation because I made it so quickly. I could have described more if I wanted him animated or not, or explained the camera motion a little more. But basically, you get the gist that this model, you can really throw, it's like you can throw a bunch of things in the pot and then tell it how to shape it. But yeah. Yeah. Any final questions? Definitely. Okay. Well, if there's no final questions, I mean, yes, thank you, Tom, for applauding. Yes, thank you so much, guys. This was so much fun. Please feel free to reach out with more questions moving forward. And feel free to stay on the call for a few more seconds if you wanted to ask me something. Happy to chat. Good luck with your guys' competitions. I hope you guys all do really well.
Ruben, where can we reach out to you? Like Discord or?
Elaine, do we have a Discord with
Yeah,
them?
we have. I will send you the link. You can also join the Discord.
Yeah, I am on the Discord. I think you can add me on there. If not, if you get something to Elaine, it will come back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will add you. Yeah.
Yeah, so in Discord, we have the OpenArt office hour channel. So if you have like following questions, you can always interact with Ruben, Elaine, and in the office hour chat. And yeah, thank you very much today. I think everyone learned really a lot and really looking forward to your final projects and keep in touch in Discord and looking forward to see everyone in person at MIT on April 18, 19 for our large events on site.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Have fun
Thank
creating.
you.
Use OpenArt.
Bye. Yeah, use OpenArt. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.